Warning. This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to Viewer's Choice. Your selection is about to begin. But first, take a look at what else you can see this week.
Hey, dudes, inviting you to travel through time. First stop, a long layover at the video store.
Bogus.
Wait, you've got Viewer's Choice.
Excellent.
Hello, you rotten little bloodsuckers.
America's most populars now get extra value. $12.50 cash back.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. What? Say what it is.
Let's get out of here! Like now!
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day and thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons.
This is my ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. This is the core. Where we broadcast our pirate signal and hack into dimensions.
Welcome to the Nebuchadnezzar with your host, Anesto Morado, the double-headed coin, and your co-host, Pablo Morado, the Thunderbolt. Together, we are the Paramid Podcast.
Have a nice day.
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.
You know what's the hardest thing about podcasting? You got to do all the stuff yourself.
Damn right.
Go ahead, buddy. Do it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and spend the money. And go, how much does AdSense make money at the beginning? Not a lot.
David, the president announcing Khomeini's death in a lengthy social media post. Just now, I want to read through to you what the president is saying. He says, Khomeini, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khomeini and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was David, the president.
The people of Iran will forever be grateful. We are so happy to taste freedom after 47 years. Thank you, Trump. Johnny Shaw.
Explain what the control grid is, what it looks like and what it means.
So the control grid is a process or an infrastructure that allows digital technology to be used to assert phenomenal surveillance and control of people.
I think you're the devil himself. No, but I do have a good mirror. It's a serious question. I'm sorry. Do you think you're the devil himself? I don't know. Why would you say that?
Welcome to the most banned podcast on the internet with your hosts, Anesto and Pablo Morado. Broadcasting to you from the depths of the Nebuchadnezzar and fighting the unseen hand in search of truth. Join us as we go digging in the valley of the real for current events, conspiracies, and paranormal phenomena. This is the Paramid Podcast. Don't forget to follow us at paranormal.experience on Instagram, at Paramid Podcast on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Paramid Podcast on YouTube. Every follow and like gets us one step closer to exposing the fools of the deep state. So let's light a fire of wisdom and take back our sovereignty.
Video where the alien is in the background.
A video found in the recent X-Files dump shows Jeff in a doorway in the background. We see some sort of humanoid entity.
Welcome to the Nebuchadnezzar with your host, Anesto and Pablo Morado. Welcome to the most banned podcast on the internet. Tonight, we are diving into the crazy stories of what's going on in Iran, what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein, what's going on with the UFO community, and how are they all related? Welcome, folks, to the Paranormal Experience, the Paramid Podcast. This is your host, Pablo Morado and Anesto Morado, show number 142.
Show number 142. Just a quick note for people. What happened here?
Yeah, you might have gotten sound out of the Paramid Podcast on your phone. We are going live off of your phone, off of Paramid.experience right now.
Oh, so they logged me out?
Yeah, logged you out because we're getting some hits.
Okay.
Because we can't go live on two places.
Okay, great. So for people that are on the TikTok feed, people that are on the Facebook feed, if you go to theparamid.com, like it says in the description, you could catch all the bells and whistles. You saw me bobbing and weaving to music. You couldn't hear that because it's part of our stream. You go to theparamid.com and you hit the YouTube button and you can get all the bells and whistles. Today we'll be discussing, the war, Epstein, aliens, and all of what is paranormal and this strangeness that we call the world today.
That's right. That's right. And there's a lot of things to unpack. I mean, we have now the first time in a long time, I guess, since the 70s, since Iran had no leader. Is that
the Ayatollah Khomeini passed away, I believe, in 1979, and it's kind of confusing because they both sound the same.
Yes.
Oh,
one is Khomeini and the other one's Khomeini.
Right.
Right.
Like there's a difference.
Right.
And then you look at them, right? One looks like the older version of the other one.
But they swear one is better than the other one. They swear upon it.
And then they both wear that donut on their head, that black donut.
The black donut. Oh my God. We're gonna get banned immediately.
It's a donut.
Oh man. And for those that are just trickling in, Anesto might be a little bit more spirited today because we got our fresh batch of Shroom Focus. I don't know if you can see that here, folks. Let me see if you could see this a little bit more clearly. Let me lower the lighting here. Let's see if you could get this a little bit clearer. There you go. Look at that. Some Shroom Focus. So our new coffee blend contains shaga and lion's mane mushrooms to not only boost your brain, but also power your day. You're getting immune boost. You're getting brain boost.
Can I get that package over here so I can show my folks on this side?
Yep.
This is our new coffee brand.
Our Shroom Focus.
Our Shroom Focus. We're drinking it right now.
That's right.
Delicious. It's like two cups of coffee packed in one.
That's right. And when we say that, it's not double the caffeine. The reason why it's like 2 cups of coffee in one is because the caffeine keeps you alert, the shaga keeps you focused, and the lion's mane keeps you focused, and the shaga supports your immune system. So you're firing on all cylinders.
The taste is phenomenal. I'm
Drinking
impressed
it right now.
I'm a Bustelo guy. I love my Bustelo coffee, my Spanish coffee. And when
So what's your honest opinion on this?
Pablo brewed a pot, and it is neck and neck to the Bustelo. It doesn't have like the how would I love the way mushrooms taste, but some mushroom coffee is like a little off. This is like on point.
Yeah, like Mud Water and some of the other
Yeah,
brands.
then this is perfect. It's like a perfect cup
It's
of
actually
coffee.
It's not substituting mushrooms for coffee.
Right.
This
is a blend. Am I
right.
correct?
So that's what separates this from Mud Water, is because Mud Water is just mushrooms and it's an acquired taste, right? With this, it's your coffee blended in with some shaga and lion's mane mushrooms. They're subtle, but they're there to boost your overall focus, your immune system, and while still maintaining a delicious cup of coffee. That's the idea behind it. So try some shroom focus today, and a nice little way to kind of plug our new a website. So have you seen the new website?
Yes, our new website looks very cohesive. You could buy this coffee on our Paramid store, which is Paramid Sup PARAMINSUPP.com.
Yes, and you get so the minute you get in there, you put your email, put your first name, you get a discount on us, right? And then of course you get the Paramid, of course, fuel your play, which is what we stand behind. And of course we got the stomp out your distractions and lock in with Paramid.
And now the great thing about this coffee is you don't have to like buy these giant. I've seen people with these giant coffee cups that they take to work. You don't need that with this.
Which they fill with sugar,
right?
Which they fill with all kinds of additives, and then you're not only you're drowning yourself
One of
in
these is good for the whole day.
Yeah.
I
mean, seriously, when you're drinking this, do you you might not notice it right away, but when you go on the rest of it, because you're going to be driving after this, right?
Maybe.
I want to see if you noticed it, because I'm noticing sincerely, because I'm like a 2-3 cup of coffee guy. If it's there, I'm going to drink it. But seriously, I do feel without any of the heart beating and all this other stuff that comes with drinking a lot of coffee or a lot of caffeine, I'm feeling a lot more alert. I'm feeling a lot more awake than I wouldn't ordinarily feel.
And for you TikTokers that are tuning in, I'm just gonna give you, you're hearing a voice. This is Mr. Pablo, my co-host.
How you doing, folks? How you doing? Please support us. Paramid supplements. We work really hard on these Paramid supplements, and so this is the new website. Stomp out. So one of the things I want to talk to our customer, to our listeners and our potential customers, is that what Paramid stands behind is we're looking on focus, right? Because one of the things that both Anesto and what I go through is that Anesto, being an Uber driver, he needs to stay focused. I, as an entrepreneur, salesman, I need to be focused because my mind is always on different ideas, and Ernesto's mind is always on all the artwork that you see behind him. There's so much that a creative mind has to deal with, and it's really tough. It's really tough to focus. So having that ability to focus, I mean, if you were to take that movie Limitless, that drug that he was taking, Limitless drug, and just call it focus, it would be the same effect, because when you focus on something, you retain the information better, you understand the information better, you participate better, you're more in the moment. And that's what we need more in our lives. So that's what we're doing. That's the value that we're bringing here. So of course you got our flagship product, the Brain Boost, which is in transit, by the way. We're getting more in the studio. Lots of people are requesting Brain Boost, which is coming soon in studio, but you can get yours today on ParamidSup.com. And I don't know if you saw, so I've been working on this like little mascot here for the Paramid, and it came out one of our latest hoodies, the Sacrifice Comfort for Greatness. We had Sisyphus on there, and the more I look at it, the more I'm realizing, because Paramid, unbeknownst to both of us, because obviously the whole point of Paramid came about because of the fact that, you know, we are doing the paranormal experience, we're doing the Paramid podcast, and we wanted to do vitamins and supplements as well. So Paramid podcast, Paramin, all of a sudden came a thing. But then when we started doing some searches here, we find out that Paramid is a name of a mountain in Trinidad and Tobago. So I decided to, you know, use that, you know, part of our marketing and branding, and hence Sisyphus comes into play. So here's a little breakdown. So here in the website, you can see this little Sisyphus logo mascot here that we did here. But here's a quick little breakdown.
Put them up so I can see Sisyphus.
Can you see it? Here you go. You can't see it there?
Let me see. I'm on the Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Now you can see it.
Yeah.
I've been displaying it. So here's a little display, and then so Sisyphus cheated death twice, a god among men, until distraction devoured him. The gods didn't strike him down; they sentenced him to eternity with his flaw. Push the boulder up the mountain. Watch it roll back forever. Rage, despair, then obsession. He fell in love with the struggle. The burn became his fire. The push became his purpose. What was meant as torture, he made sacred. You feel it too. The fog, the chaos, the boulder rolling back. Well, you're built for this. Paramid arms you to crave the climb, to reclaim focus, to turn grind into glory. And when you do, the fun rushes in. Fuel your play.
It's like Conan in the Wheel of Pain. He just kept churning that wheel.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was a philosopher that interpreted the Sisyphus story and basically stated that, you know, although Sisyphus was meant to be a torturous thing, you know, like an endless loop of pushing this boulder up the hill, but then he interpreted it as, no, Sisyphus is actually that's the grind of normal everyday life, and he in turn found a way to enjoy it, because that's what he did in everything else. That's why he cheated death, because he was so in love with life that even in punishment, he still found a way to enjoy it. And that's what we do when we go work out. You know, it's a bit of a punishment that we take on upon ourselves that we enjoy. And, you know, some entrepreneurs that are listening, that are doing their thing, you know, it's a sacrifice that you have to do, that everyone's like, why you do this? Just get a job. Well, we enjoy it. So this is what we're fueling. So if you're a person that's grinding to either be good in school or be good in your work, or even get better at, you know, staying focused on your diet and health, that's what we're here for, to get you back on track and locked back into your goals. And with that, if you're not interested in any gummies or any coffee or energy drinks or anything like that, or into focus at all, but you still want to participate and help out the podcast, there's always the final step. You can always donate.
¡Lo sabía que era otra pregunta! Tú nunca te quedas ahí, ¿no verdad? Siempre con el dinero.
I'm saying, how you think a nigga's supposed to get this shit? This shit money don't grow on trees, shit don't fall out of the sky, nigga. Come on, man. Please deposit $5. I'm saying, how you think a nigga's supposed to get this shit? This shit money don't grow on trees, shit don't fall out of the sky, nigga.
Lengthy.
Now, did you hear how many bombs we dropped on them?
I didn't hear of a number. I just feel that, a great evil has been taken out. Because these people, I heard a story on the PBD podcast where this girl, I don't know her name, unfortunately, but she showed a bit of her hair.
Yeah.
And they beat her to death.
Yeah. Just a little bit came out of her hijab. Yeah.
And they beat her to death. That kind of a regime should not be in these modern day, era that we're living in. It's a shame that these people are oppressed in that manner. Now, how do they move forward? I am curious, like President Trump, his heart is in the right place. He did the right thing. I support it.
Right.
100%. But how do they go to the next level? I really have a hard time thinking that these people are gonna get together. I mean, the Republican Guard, these people are hardcore.
I mean,
how are you gonna convert from what they had to something of a freer nation?
What they want is a king back. That's what the Iranians want. They want a Shah back in there, right?
Because their prince right now is in exile. Am I correct?
Yeah, their prince, Reza Pahlavi. He's that's what they call him, the crown prince. But the thing is that he hasn't lived in Iran for I don't think ever. He hardly has lived in Iran. So he has really no true ties. That's like, me. That's like, one of my cousins ends up being the supreme dictator of Dominican Republic, and then for some reason he's dead, and now they say, okay, now it's your turn. What do I know about DR? Yeah, I've been there a couple of times, but who am I to be running that?
And that's the problem that
I mean, yeah, I might be close to my cousin that was, running the nation or something like that. But what qualifies me to be? I don't know. I mean, what do I know about this? Right? That's what I feel. I mean, even you. Let's say, taking the example of you running a bodega for as long as you did, right? And let's say it stayed in business, and you just okay, you're 33 now. Here, run this. What do I know about running the bodega? You never showed me any aspect of how to run it. So you're just giving this to me. I mean, I've been around it. You're my dad, but for you to automatically think that I can run this without a problem.
So
I mean that I would not be able to. I had
what do you think moving forward?
I mean, growing up, I believe it or not, this is gonna sound ridiculous. But growing up, I had because you worked so often, I had convinced myself that you were a spy. I convinced myself that you must be a secret agent because you're always like out doing things and I had believed that maybe that's what you, but that just goes to show how little I knew of what you actually had to do to put food on the table.
Right.
And I could only imagine, the Shah is not going to tell you, yeah, by the way, son, I beat this guy a couple of times to get him the secrets or whatever. Like, I don't think he's going to be telling that to his son,
Yeah, I mean, I hate to quote
especially by his demeanor. You can see that he's a nice,
I hate to compare this to like a series, but Ned Stark in Game of Thrones, he had to show his kids what happens when you desert or you leave, war, and you're a deserter. And he had to show him that, you take this sword and you unalive him. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So moving forward after this bombings that is happening in Iran,
right?
How do you? The only way I can see it, if the United States puts in like a temporary government and slowly acclimate,
maybe. I don't know how this doesn't default to Haiti, right? Like that you take, that's what happened in Haiti, right? They take out the president and it descends to gang-owned,
Right.
territory and
again, like that movie The Postman. It's like it becomes the Wild West.
Right.
So there's gonna be a very difficult task in a very hostile area of the Middle East.
But one thing about the Middle East that it, like us as Americans, we do not understand. We cannot fathom that these people are celebrating, right? In Iran, they're celebrating Jubilee while there's raining bombs on them.
And that takes,
I don't think that if that happens here, I don't care how much the Democrats hate Donald Trump. If that shit happens here, people are going to be like, not celebrating in the streets.
Well, it takes courage, not only because of the bombs. It takes,
God forbid, God forbid.
It takes courage for the simple fact is your country has been under a regime for over 50 years or more. Because before the Ayatollah, his name is Khomeini.
Yeah, it's Khomeini.
And the one before him was Khomeini.
Yeah, it was the Shah Khomeini.
So you were under Khomeini, and then you're under Khomeini. It comes out to more than 50 years. Sharia law, all this stuff. And they kill your supreme leader. And you have the guts to go out there and celebrate, not knowing that there is some kind of fanatic of Khomeini in the crowd, and something might happen to you.
Right.
Or even the Republican Guard might say, you're celebrating the unaliving
Well, yeah, because
of our leader.
Good point, because Patrick Bet David had this other guy on this podcast.
And before you continue, Patrick Bet David is the perfect, in my opinion, is the perfect go-to person for this conflict because he is from the area.
Yeah.
He's been talking about Iran since his podcast started.
Yes.
So he has firsthand. He lived there.
Oh, he absolutely loves Iran. He wants to be able to go back to Iran because when he grew, there's the thing about why people want a king back, because the Shah was more freeing. Like women could wear whatever, tourism was open. It was like he would say it was like the Aspen of the Middle East. Like people would go skiing out there. There was all kinds of
Let me tell you something. Iran, Iraq, Syria, before all this religious fervor and this,
they were thriving nations.
They were beautiful. Beautiful. Syria was like the pearl of the Middle East.
Right.
Iran and Iraq, you guess, these stories of Aladdin and it was
medicine and all kinds of
it was an
amazing
incredible
things.
empire.
Right.
And there's a lot of antiquity there, a lot of history there.
Yeah.
But now this religious fervor that's going on over there has really and the wars, it's really wrecked all these countries to a point they're unrecognizable.
Right.
But in this area, with all the religious differences and the hatred towards Israel, and I really hope that this turns out the way Donald Trump wants it to turn out. Because if it doesn't, this can spiral.
Oh yeah. I mean,
this is
what I'm wondering, because last week we were discussing Sarah Adams and their plot, their homeland plot, this terrorist plot to have waves upon waves of terrorists and doing God knows what actions to Americans. The one thing that she was mentioning was aviation. They were planning on doing more things with planes again. I'm wondering what this precedent might start. What does this domino, where does this go?
And you saw the interview with Sean Ryan, and they made a statement that 18,000 terrorists enter the country when Biden just opened up the borders.
Yep.
So right now,
trained.
Right. And right now, the cities of New York, Chicago, Miami, LA, they're on high alert. So this is going on. Then you have the new socialist mayor denouncing what just happened. These people, first of all, in New York, they pelt cops with snowballs. I mean, there's so many memes on like Mandami says that he saw the footage and all he saw was a snowball fight. That's all he saw. So there was no crime. It was just kids in a. But you look at the video, and cops are being viciously pelted with snowballs. So now the newest meme is, Mandami saw the footage of the bombing. He doesn't see a bombing. He sees just two kids playing Battleship.
Right. Right.
So this kind of rhetoric, if there's any hidden cells, terrorist cells in New York, they might get the impression that Mandami is on their side. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
get emboldened. And this can spiral. This can spiral. I think Donald Trump opened up Pandora's box. Hopefully, it pans out. A new, stable government takes over Iran, and we all go into the distance and happily ever after. I don't see that happening. It's going to be very tough, but my gut tells me that Donald Trump, even though I'm happy this guy is gone, this guy was a devil. When you beat a woman to death because she showed just a little bit of hair,
right,
and you kill over 10,000 people because they're exposing the atrocities that you're doing, the guy was not a good dude.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the guy was not a good dude. They're celebrating his death in the streets. But what you were saying about they got to be careful about that, I was going to bring up that one of the people that Patrick Bet-David was talking to, his name is Horst Schulze. He's one of the founders of Ritz-Carlton. And he was discussing the fact that, he grew up during World War II. I think his parents were like forced to be in the Nazi regime.
I didn't see the interview. I didn't see that, but go ahead.
So he said that even though his parents were like kind of forced into the Nazi regime, his mother was never like for Hitler. So they did like a report that said Hitler was dead. And his mother kind of like celebrated like a little bit to herself, and somebody watched that and reported it, and she ended up having to spend the night in jail. And if it wasn't for the fact that one of her brothers or sisters, one of her family members, was a high-ranking member in the Nazi party, that she would have been thrown away like everybody, like all the other Jews. But the fact that she got saved, but they put out that Hitler died just to see how people would react.
Oh, so you're talking that this is before he
actually died, right? They
now you
propagandized that he.
So now
was
you
dead.
understand why I tell you that these people in Iran who are celebrating, they're ballsy.
Oh yeah,
they're ballsy.
Oh yeah,
because my mom, she went through the whole coup that happened with Trujillo in Dominican Republic, and it was the same thing. A dictator's a dictator. Every home had to have a picture of Trujillo. And once they found out that he was killed, they weren't believing it. And the people that were happy and started celebrating, their parents, like, your younger kids are oppressed. They're scared of this guy. They want him out. And they find out that he's dead. They do a little like celebratory dance. The parents were like smacking him down, like, dude, don't do that. Because they were still afraid. That fear of Trujillo was so ingrained into their psyche that they wouldn't even have the courage to say the Capitan, our president, because he was like almost like God in DR.
Kind of like
El Jefe is dead. Like they wouldn't even have the courage to utter those words. And it took a long time before people exhaled, like this celebration that's going on in Iran is ballsy. These people got guts.
Yeah, they do.
Which kind of, in my opinion, is a good thing, because maybe they're ballsy enough to celebrate. Maybe they're ballsy enough to get up and do what Donald Trump said. This is your opportunity.
Right.
This is your chance. You've been asking the U.S. for many years for our help, and every president before me ignored it. I did it. Now it's your chance. Can you imagine if we give the same opportunity to the Cubans?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, the Jubilee.
The Jubilee, exactly.
Oh my God, yeah.
And Castro's not there no more.
No.
I would fear Castro more than who's in power now. But it's gonna be an uphill battle, and I'm very curious how this is gonna turn out, because the bombing isn't stopping.
No. I mean, like I pulled up, they did like 900 strikes and counting. So it says here,
and the United States is getting they're hovering over targets now. Like they're hovering, like you got it. They're not even afraid no more. But then again, Iran is bombing neighboring countries, and a lot of countries are going to be affected. I don't know. I just fear that this might not turn out the way we anticipate. And I fear that maybe some kind of alliances between countries begin to form. And then, because I also heard that while this is going on, Pakistan is bombing Afghanistan. So, and now we're talking about a nuclear power.
Right.
So,
well, check this out. So this is CBS. It's saying here, the U.S. and Israel launch another round of strikes on Iran. This is March 1st today, following the killing of Khamenei's killing, right? So it says here,
Khamenei.
Khamenei is killing. It says, what to know about the U.S. and Israel strikes on Iran. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in a massive U.S. and Israeli military operation on Saturday. President Trump announced. Sources told CBS News that the strikes were believed to have killed about 40 Iranian officials. The U.S. and Israel launched another round of strikes on early Sunday morning, local time. Officials said Mr. Trump said in a social media post late Saturday afternoon that heavy and pinpoint bombing of Iran would continue uninterrupted throughout the week or as long as necessary. The president earlier said the operation was to prevent a very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. The president called Iran's military forces to lay down their weapons and on Iran civilians to rise up and take over your government. But it says here, Khamenei's killing, a declaration of war against Muslims, Iran's president.
And that's what I am afraid
That's exactly what I'm afraid of. It says the killing in U.S.-Israeli airstrikes of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah was a declaration of war against Muslims, particularly Shiites, across the globe. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said in a condolence message ahead of Khamenei's funeral Sunday, calling it one of the gravest trials facing the Islamic world today. That's what I'm afraid of.
That, my friend.
If you couple that with Sarah Adams, that's what I'm afraid of.
That is very concerning.
It says here, the Islamic Republic of Iran considers seeking justice and retaliation against those responsible for this historic crime, both its perpetrators and those who ordered it. a duty and a legitimate right, and it will pursue this responsibility with full determination, Pretskin said.
Now, if I'm correct, Iran doesn't have an intercontinental missile.
I believe Donald Trump blew up that facility that was working on it, that they were close.
And making it, can you go to Grok and see if Iran has the capability of an intercontinental missile? Because that is another scary component. That, my friend, can be scary. Does Iran possess
no
a navy?
Iran does not currently have intercontinental ballistic missiles. An ICBM is typically defined as a ballistic missile with a range of greater than 5,500 kilometers or 3,400 miles, capable of reaching targets across continents, such as from Iran to the U.S. continental United States, which is roughly 9,000 to 10,000 kilometers, depending on the launch site and target. According to consistent assessments from the U.S. intelligence, particularly the Defense Intelligence Agency 2025 public report and multiple expert sources as of early 2026, Iran does not possess or have deployed any operational ICBM.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, but who is Iran's biggest ally? Let's see.
Russia.
Let's see what Grok has to say to that. Iran's biggest ally is a matter of perspective, but as of March 2026, and depends on the context. In the Middle East sense, Iran's most significant and longstanding ally has historically been Hezbollah in Lebanon. Hezbollah, right, in Lebanon. Multiple sources describe Hezbollah as Iran's most powerful or closest ally. And then the other regional proxies include the Houthis in Yemen, the various Shia militias, and the Palestinian groups like Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. However, Iran's regional network has been significantly degraded recently due to the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime in Syria.
Bless you.
Heavy losses in Hezbollah, Hamas, and other Israeli operations.
So there's no relations with Russia.
Okay, so it says here, on the state-to-state level, great power allies, Iran maintains strategic partnerships with Russia and China, but neither is a formal military ally with mutual defense obligations.
Now, here's where it becomes a little
hair in the soup.
Yeah. The almighty petrol.
Right. Yeah.
Is Iran supplying these countries like China and Russia with this black gold that everybody seems to want and needing?
Iran primarily supplies its oil to China, which is by far its largest and most consistent buyer.
Now you block that.
Right.
Now we have trouble.
So when we first started this podcast, Russia was moving tanks on the border of Ukraine, and we were like, what do you think is going to happen? They kept saying, no, it's a military test. It's a military test. It was a military test, all right. It's still going, the military test.
No, and then the irony of it all, when they finally invaded, right? We were like, Ukraine against Russia? That'll last a week.
Right.
A month tops.
A month. But no.
It's still happening.
It's still happening. And then you have the bubbling of Hamas or the Palestinians and Israeli, right? So you have that bubbled up. Then you have Taiwan and China. And then suddenly we're hearing about Mexico and drones over El Paso. What's that all about?
Because Donald Trump is not Joe Biden.
No.
Donald Trump, believe it or not, I know there's a lot of Trump haters out there. People know we're not kissing his boots.
No, of course not.
We are not Trumpers. But given the choices that they gave us,
we had no choice.
We had no choice. Because what was Kamala going to do? She was going to do the same thing Barack Obama did.
No. I mean,
can you Google?
You know what Kamala was going to do? Go back to Alex Jones's police state and plug that into the system. That's what it would be in a nutshell.
Well, can you do me a favor? Can you Google how much did Obama give to Iran right before he left office? Okay. He actually took a pallet. You know the pallets that you of money, saran wrapped this pallet.
Like the way rappers go to the strip club.
Yeah.
With like blocks of ones.
Right.
And then
well, Barack Obama, they have frozen some assets. Not only did he give back the money, he paid them interest on that money.
1.7 billion settlement, it says here. The most frequently discussed payment was a 1.7 billion settlement that was not a gift, but rather the resolution of a decades-old legal dispute dating back to 1979 Iranian resolution. The principal, 400 million.
And you know what happened in 1979?
When they killed the Shah, right?
No, what happened was the Ayatollah Khomeini, not Khomeini, but Khomeini.
Right.
The other guy with the with the thing on his head. His regime abducted and took hostage. Can you Google? Because I don't want to sound like I don't.
Well, it says here, dating back into 1979 revolution, the principal 400 million. This money had paid the United States in the 1970s for military equipment that was never delivered after the Shah was overthrown. The interest, 1.3 billion, was agreed upon interest accumulated after 37 years of the U.S. held the funds. Delivery, because of banking sanctions, the 400 million principal was delivered in physical cash and pallets of euros, Swiss francs, and other currencies. And
that's what Obama did.
Right.
But if you Google what happened in 1979 between Iran and the United States, I think there was a hostage situation. I was a kid back then, so this is way before my time. But I remember the whole thing with Anwar Sadat and all this stuff.
In 1979 was the most consequential year in the history of the United States and Iran relations and marked the total collapse of their alliance and the beginning of the deep-seated diplomatic freeze that continues to this day. The year was defined by two massive intertwined events. The Iranian Revolution. For decades, the U.S. supported the Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, a monarch who was a key Cold War ally, but was increasingly viewed as an oppressive dictator by his own people. The uprising, mass protests, strikes, and civil unrest paralyzed Iran throughout 1978 and early 1979. The outcome, the Shah fled the country in 1979. Shortly after, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, the fundamental cleric, returned from exile and established the Islamic Republic, transforming Iran from a pro-Western monarchy into an anti-Western theocracy. Two, the Iran hostage crisis. So the tension reached a breaking point on November 4th, 1979, when a group of Iranian college students, incensed that the United States had allowed the exiled Shah to enter New York for cancer treatments, stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. The seizure, they took 66 Americans hostage, while some, mostly women and minorities, were released early on. 52 Americans were held for 444 days. The impact, the crisis effectively ended Jimmy Carter's chances for re-election. It also led to the U.S. severing all formal diplomatic ties with Iran in April 1980.
Does Anwar Sadat play on this? Because I believe that's when Sadat was killed.
Let's see.
See, these are things that they should teach the kids.
Based on the historical context and the official files of the Department of Justice, the person you're likely thinking of, Anwar Sadat, though his name is often he played a major role in the events of 1979, though it was primarily a mediator and a regional leader rather than a direct participant.
No, yeah, he was the mediator. He was the guy who was supposed to
So it says here, Anwar Sadat's role in 1979, the 1979 peace treaty. In March of 79, Sadat signed the historic Egypt-Israel peace treaty alongside U.S. President Jimmy Carter. This was the first time an Arab nation officially recognized Israel, which caused
that's what killed him.
Which caused extreme tension with the new revolutionary government in Iran. Asylum for the Shah. When the Shah of Iran was forced into exile in 1979 revolution, most countries refused to take him. Anwar Sadat was the only leader who gave the Shah permanent asylum in Egypt, allowing him to live there until his death. This move made Sadat a primary target for Iranian revolutionaries.
They killed him.
Yeah.
So this money is intertwined with all these things that Khomeini did. So why give these people this money? But then you saw the interview was super bad. That's what you call it?
Yeah.
We were paying Iran.
No, we weren't paying Iran. We were paying Afghanistan.
Oh, it was Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That we were giving $18 million
a week.
Yeah. It wasn't Iran.
No, it was Afghanistan.
The
Taliban. The very same people that bombed us.
Right.
We're giving them money.
Okay, that's where I got confused. Okay.
So with the death of the Ayatollah, what does this imply when it comes to Sarah Adams's predictions here? I'm asking Grok. Let's see what this does.
Folks, this podcast is we're just Monday night quarterbacks. We're learning on the fly.
Right.
We're just regular schmoes trying to unpack what is just going on right now.
Try to understand. But the thing with us that a lot of people don't have is that we've been quarterbacking. Like, it's like, for example, somebody that's a sports nut, right? That does the fantasy football, that's invested in every game. But ask him if he's played a down of football. Probably he's never played a game.
Right.
but he knows the whole layout. He knows
the baseball guy,
right?
That knows fastballs, screwballs, how to position the players, who they should put in, but never played the game.
Exactly. That's us. Right? We're the ones screaming at the TV like, dude, you should have hit the ball like this.
Right.
But we never played. So
we don't know the intricacies of how hard it is to lay down a bunt.
Exactly.
It looks easy on TV.
Easy. Come on, dude. Just bunt it.
Yeah, just put the. You know how hard it is to do a bunt?
So, and that's
it's hard if you're just playing Joe Schmo Lee and soft tossing.
Right.
Imagine a 95, 100 mile an hour fastball.
Right.
And you want to set down a bunt that just rolls down the third baseline.
Right. But now
that's not easy.
Now compare us to the average American who doesn't even watch baseball, right? That has no idea what the hell is what are the rules,
right?
What's going on here? Why did this happen? That's so you go to us because we never played a game or down, but at least we know the game that's being played.
Right.
At least we understand the mechanism.
Right.
But can you say that we know as much as the players? No.
Right.
Right. We don't know what happens in the Yankees dugout. We don't know that aspect.
But you ask them, yo, do you know that little Chauncey got shot? Oh yeah. If there is a little Chauncey.
But so yeah, like that's the way I look at it. Like, you know, we have we're like the fantasy footballers of what's going on in this world, except we don't have the team. You know, we're not supporting a team. We're not betting on. Although nowadays we got Cowshy and all these other places that now you can bet on these things, but we're not doing those kinds of bets. We're just
whoa.
Uh-huh.
What's Cowshy?
It's a place where you can, oh man, you could bet anything. You can bet like if it's gonna rain today.
So wait a minute. I could have bet that Khomeini was unalived.
Oh yeah, you could have. There was a bet. Yeah, there was a bet out there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
There's bets. There was a guy, it might be hard to find it now, but there's a clip where this guy's on the edge of his seat because he had bet that in the I think it was the State of the Union that Trump is going to mention China at least once. And he's just he's just waiting. And one reporter goes, sir, about China. Yes. And sir, I have a question about China. Yes.
He hit the jackpot.
He's sitting there watching the whole State of the Union like, come on. Enough about Iran. Get back to China. Say something about China.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's people out there betting on all kinds of things.
Interesting.
Yeah. But and to all that to say this, you know, we have a different perspective of what's going on here because we know the game. We know how it's being played. We're not a casual that when they see a score or something happen, oh, why did they take this guy out of the game? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, well, because of this, because of that.
And another component that I would say that we have is we look at these events not at face value, but through a conspiratorial filter,
right?
That interconnects other events,
right?
And like for example, Epstein, right. You know, that event is like we consider it the Rosetta Stone.
Mm-hmm.
that this might be even part of why we bombed Iran to begin with.
Right. You know, that's the other question is, what's the timing here? Because
right, watch this over here
Mhm.
while you forget what's over here.
You know what's suddenly not in the news all of a sudden? The UFOs. Where did that go?
Yeah, that.
I mean, basically, Obama said that we have aliens, and then Donald Trump goes, he just unveiled classified information. He shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah, but that's code for, you know what that's code for?
What?
You ain't getting the credit for it. I'm getting the credit for it.
Right. Now he says that he's going to do another Epstein-style DOJ file release on the UFO bit, right? But that kind of like nobody has any care about that anymore because now you got
Another
Iran,
focus.
right? Another.
But while that's going on, see, this is how we work, right? You know, we're looking at we're getting distracted by the unaliving of Khomeini, right? But at the same time, we're keeping this UFO. It's like that little like a little window open on your computer, like it's bobbing there. And then it strikes me because Donald Trump says in July, what did he say, June or July?
I don't recall.
He's gonna do an unveiling or releasing some files about the UFO during June and July. At the same token, Elon Musk is. Have you heard of Elon Musk lately?
He's creating a city.
He has some gadget. I keep getting, because I signed up for. I remember that I signed up something with Tesla or something. I keep getting these emails of this gadget that he has is going to change the world. It's going to make him the first trillionaire. So I'm thinking this might be alien technology. At the same time, I'm thinking of Donald Trump and the alien technology. I'm thinking about what Barack Obama said. Then I'm thinking about Donald Trump being as narcissistic as he is. He wants to get the credit.
Of course.
And then a little thing happened in between where they're saying that a Lockheed Martin file was leaked that proves that this Tic Tac that was detected by the pilot, remember that?
Yeah.
That this actual craft actually exists. It was built by Lockheed Martin, and Lockheed Martin has this craft that can break the sound barrier underwater.
Wow.
And launch from being underwater. It could launch into flight into the air and do the acrobatics that the pilot saw and named and coined the Tic Tac. So it gets leaked out now while Barack Obama does this statement. The narcissist says, no, I get the credit. Elon Musk is about to unveil something. Then this comes out. And then around the same time, we got 4 alien disclosure movies about to be released.
Right.
Predictive programming.
And one of them with Steven Spielberg.
A guy who has more money than God.
Right.
He's like, I know that he's like, I've done enough movies.
Right.
But yeah, he makes a movie.
Another one, because his first one was E.T., right? Like one of the big first movies.
He's done what about aliens?
Yeah.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Was that before E.T.?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the first one.
Mm.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He did E.T. He's done AI, you know, with what's going on now. He's on a batteries not included with the little alien little things.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
He
that.
has a lot of alien stuff out there.
And what's the one with the
He has the series, I think it's called Falling Skies.
Was that him?
Yeah, that's Steven Spielberg.
Oh.
So he's done a lot of stuff. And just when you think he's retired, he comes out with
another alien
Disclosure.
Movie. Yes.
So
and supposedly they're hyping that he has actual alien footage in this movie.
You see? Conditioning.
But at this point, it's like they're so clever because they waited until AI is so prevalent and so indiscernible that at this point it's like you can't even believe anything you see anymore.
Yeah.
Because if somebody were to pull out their smartphone and record a UFO right now, first thing anybody's gonna say is that's AI.
Dude, you can record an alien having a bowl of cereal. And you can say, I heard something in the living room. What the hell is that?
Mm.
And you see the video.
Right.
You creep over to the living room, and there's an alien watching Close Encounters of the Third Kind on TV, eating a bowl of cereal, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to say? Damn, that AI is good. That's AI.
Right.
And it could be the real footage.
Right.
Same thing what's going on with the thing that happened in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
There's footage. AI.
Or Las Vegas. Or all these things. It's just that they release it now. They release it now at a time where everything could be faked.
Everything.
But if they would have released it in the 90s, we would have believed it. Right? We would have believed it more
than we do now.
Exactly.
But back then, you know, it was that's Photoshop.
Right.
Everything was Photoshop.
I bet you, even if you know the joke that I've said that Donald Trump goes out in the State of the Union, you guys want to know the alien? This is why we don't tell you.
Right.
If we see that, I think people, I genuinely believe people are so conditioned and so that book Outwitting the Devil, they're drifting so much.
Oh my God, we are drifting.
That you put that up on screen, people go, I always knew that. I knew that.
You can, that movie Arrival?
Uh-huh.
You can see an egg
descend
from the sky, and there's one in Boulder, Colorado, one in Chicago, one in LA, one in New York, that's a hologram. People are so stupid.
Yeah.
It's a hologram.
Or they'll say that, or they'll be like, yeah, but they were always here. Don't you know they were always here? Like they make the case, and that as if they know.
That's what I was talking with the Warlock. I've been saying they've been here, they've been visiting here. I know they're here. I seen things that have no explanation.
Me too.
And in my family, in my circle, I'm the alien kook, right?
Right.
The day of disclosure, the Warlock and I were talking about, because we and him are on the same page. We're gonna say, finally, we're vindicated. Finally, we're not the kooks anymore. But what's gonna happen? Yeah, we knew it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
but I said it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, why are you acting like this is news?
Yeah, like
what are you talking about?
I remember I was a cook. No, we just didn't. Come on, we all knew it.
We all knew. Come on. Yeah, right.
So you can't win with these people.
No, never. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they're so conditioned. They're so drifting that anything can happen. Anything can happen. And it's just life goes on.
It's swamp gas.
Right.
That's what it is. I saw an orb. No, it's swamp gas.
Right.
If it's not swamp gas, it was a weather balloon.
Right.
Weather balloon going zip, 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 disappearing.
Right.
It's a hell of a weather balloon.
Right. And there's so many things that are going on these days that are really difficult. But with the whole Iran story, I definitely am hopeful that things will change, and maybe, God willing, hopefully it gives an avenue where we could actually visit Iran and not feel like scared.
You didn't tell me that TikTok went off.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Your live was discontinued due to inactivity.
Interesting.
Boy, hold on. Congratulations. This live is longer than of creators, 82 viewers. Okay.
Okay. Well, we had some viewerships there, and we got some people trickling in our Instagram as well as our YouTube. But yeah, I mean, I think that Iran, there's a lot of things that are going on with Iran that we don't know what the fallout's going to be. And I feel like that's a domino, and I don't know what the domino is going to fall. Is it going to be in a way where, Iran becomes a place like it was once known, like, a place where we could travel to, a place where we can see all the history that's there, a place that's kind of like, Israel is, it's a place that people like to go to, right? Or is it going to be more dug in, and is it going to be, okay, Muslims unite, the first domino to cause terrorism around the world? I don't know, but it's very scary.
I really, really am praying for the Iranian people. Honestly, like, I know a lot of people feel, why are we messing with them over there while we got our own problems over here?
Right.
I get it, but the whole thing is that these people have always posed a threat. And what is a threat? In your estimation, to you, what is a threat? If I tell you I want you dead, is that a threat?
Yes.
Well, Iran says death to all Americans.
Right, death to America.
So that's a threat.
What is it? Agbad, Abrigad, or whatever they say.
Gesundheit.
Well, let me look it up.
Bless you. I say these people want a nuclear weapon. No. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Being the way they're acting, they're not worthy of a nuclear weapon. It's a danger to the earth itself. So the fact that we're doing something there, instead of paying them $1.4 billion in cash.
Right.
You know what I would have done if I was president? If I was Obama? Be like, you know what? I'm keeping it. We owed you that money? Guess what? I'm keeping it. And what? What you gonna do?
Right.
What?
And we paid them back with interest. Interest.
Be like, you know what? We owe you 1.4 billion. I'm keeping it and I'm giving it to my people. How you like them apples? And I would have done a stimulus check for everybody for the 1.4.
Well, look at this. This is what I'm concerned.
What are they
about.
gonna do?
That's what I was trying to. So this was 13 hours ago. Iran government supporters chant "Death to America" after supreme leader is killed. Death to America. Look at this. You hearing? Look at the sea of people that are saying "Death to America," folks. If you're following, if you're not following Sarah Adams right now, go follow her. Go to YouTube right now. Type in Sarah Adams. Her call sign is super bad. Go find her. Go to Sean Ryan. Subscribe to his newsletter because you want to be one step ahead. Because last thing you want to be is all excited to go to the windows of the world to have a nice, wonderful dinner on September 11th. That's or a wonderful breakfast at the top of the World Trade Center on September 11th, or going to Disney World on September 11th and happen to be on a plane being hijacked. You want to be one step ahead. And one of the things that Sarah Adams had mentioned, and I think we had brought it up last podcast, but I think it's, it's good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's good for us to bring up again is that the TSA had gotten a little lax about certain things because they were like, oh well, they haven't done a shoe bombing in so long. People hate this stuff with the shoes, and they were waiting for that very moment for them to say, no more with the shoe bombing, because they had perfected the shoe bomb, and they're waiting for because they're still looking for ways to circumvent our security measures. And according to Sarah Adams, they have perfected the shoe bomb. It's undetectable by dogs. And, this is another aspect that they're getting lax on the TSA, that they can come in, they can do these kinds of things.
And then remember that whole thing that you saw, that you saw Death to America?
Mm-hmm.
That sea of people?
That was 13 hours ago.
Okay. And then we have this. I'm sharing my screen right now.
Okay.
In Times Square. Put up my channel.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
This is in Times Square.
Allahu Akbar.
Well, I'd say with that,
it's concerning. I'm sorry.
It's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, you still want to be
inclusive,
safe haven because of freedom of religion, and Allah Akbar. It's supposed to. Well, I believe
what if Christians were doing that?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Christians were doing that, people would be. But the biggest difference between Christian and Muslims is that when a terrorist group comes around, you don't think about it being Christians, right?
And that's the problem.
I don't see any Christians, signing up, because if it was a Christian, right, then what will we be?
If we have a problem,
our thing is we'll be martyrs, right? We'll sign up.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, if we have a problem with saying Merry Christmas nowadays, because it's offensive, right? They won't allow a complete mass of prayer of the Our Father in Times Square, because that's offensive towards the other religions. But yet these people can do it.
Right.
There's
what's good for the goose is good for the
gander. There's that hypocrisy there that, I don't know. In that crowd, there could be one of those 18,000 people that snuck over the border.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. We're living in very dangerous times. I'm glad that I am where I am.
I'm glad that that clip that you pull up is not them saying Magbad Abrigad or whatever, Amrikat, in Times Square, because that would be more concerning. It's one thing to say Allah Akbar, but it's another thing to say death to America in Times Square, where you got bombed by a Muslim terrorist.
Absolutely.
But it's very concerning.
But then you have, this world is so topsy-turvy. You have colleges protesting this whole thing with Palestine, and we protecting a guy who snuck over the border, and this guy is actually a human trafficker, beats his wife, and we're all for this guy and we let him free. We got cops getting pelted with snowballs, and that's just a snowball fight. We get rid of a dictator in Iran. Oh, but he's Trump is the bad guy because he didn't ask for permission from Congress.
Right.
It's
or the tariffs that he charged all these countries. Now they're saying it's possibly illegal and refund them.
Like,
come on, dude. Like,
dude,
we're one team.
We're one team at the end of the day.
That's like,
you might not,
that's like Derek Jeter, just striking out on purpose because he's part of the Yankees.
Right.
Like, dude, you're on the same team. Like, there's no point in
this is where we've hit like a time shift. Because FDR, he was suffering, it was FDR who was suffering from polio, right?
Right.
He could hardly walk. They had to reinforce the podium to support his weight as he was actually hanging on to the podium.
Right.
Both sides knew of his ailment, but both sides had the respect to say that has nothing to do with politics.
Right.
Let's not tell the world that our leader is actually heavily impaired by his disease.
Right.
Both sides, Republican and Democrats, understood that at the end of the day, he was American and he was our president.
Right.
Like him or not, he's our president.
Right.
Here in the United States, we could criticize him all we want. But in the end, he's our president.
Right. You're not going to a global summit and trashing
trashing the very same country and president,
right,
of the place you were born in,
right,
and love,
or being a governor of a freaking state, complaining about how your citizens are broken, are on the street. To a world council, when, hold on, aren't you the governor of that town? Don't you have like some authority of that or responsibility? You should be embarrassed.
It's like we're going through a period where it's almost kind of like embarrassing to say I'm a patriot.
Oh my God. I mean, our first episode of the year got banned because we posted up athletes stating that they don't feel happy in representing America.
Right. So what is going on?
Right.
How can you not love it?
Well,
I understand. Look,
Yuri Bezmenov demoralized.
Exactly.
That's why I think Trump, I mean, not Trump, Putin, because remember, like you said, we thought the Ukraine war will be a couple weeks. What if Putin is just draining us financially? What if Putin is just, all this stuff? I feel like this. I feel like Russia's behind it because of what Yuri Bezmenov said. I think there's a lot of Russia influence here.
Look, let me tell you, I sincerely thought that Putin would just like brush his shoulder and Ukraine is gone.
You would think.
But he's doing like things that don't make sense. Like he's using troops from other countries.
Right.
Like didn't he
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that he's using it as a tool. Just like Trump is using tariffs. That's his tool. That's his way to put the neck on America. Because he knows that we have this relationship with the Ukraine.
I think it's not. I believe it's not only he has his foot on the neck of America, but he is putting his foot on the UN, on NATO, and he
on
doesn't.
all of them.
He has a vendetta. He's playing long. He's playing, what is that game called in China?
Oh, Go?
Go.
Right.
I could be wrong, but I think.
And it's also a game of chicken because it's like, okay, if this whole NATO thing, right, is you're going to bomb. If I invade, then you guys all try to fight me. Well, let's see how that's going to play out when I got nuclear missiles. How's that going to work, buddy?
Right.
How's that going? Oh yeah. You're all united against me. Okay. Let's see how this game gets played once I hit that button.
And there's another question I have. If Khomeini and Iran was not worthy of nuclear weapons,
right?
How does Russia and a dictator like Putin, a communist, why does he get the right?
Well, I'm thinking even 3D chess is like, why does Iran need their own? They could just call up Russia, right? And if they're allies, if they position themselves properly, they could call. They don't need to build it themselves. In other words, they have two allies, Russia and China, that both have their own, right? Just like Ukraine doesn't need.
Yeah, but can you imagine in that region, right? Israel is a nuclear power. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
How nice of a toy wouldn't it be? Like, oh, you have a nuclear power and we hate you. We're not afraid of.
Let me see. I don't know for sure. It does Israel.
I believe they do have nuclear power, and I'll be surprised if they don't.
I know they have a lot of missiles, but I don't know if they have nukes. Let's find out. Yes, they do have nuclear weapons.
So why wouldn't Iran have it? But my question is, Iran is not worthy of having it, right? But this maniac in North Korea
gets to have him.
Well, and I think he's worse than Khamenei.
Probably. Yeah, most likely.
I think he's worse.
Most likely. Yeah.
And he's right adjacent to South Korea.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why does Iran need their own missiles? They could just be like, hey, Kim Jong-un, let's broker a deal here.
Yeah, but you know what? Putin can say, nah, I'm not getting involved in that. And we're cool and shit, like we're cool in the gang.
Mm-hmm.
No. There's always that possibility.
There's always that possibility, but there's the the
like
elephant in the room that they have to address, which is they got the oil. They got the oil.
Yeah, but it's like that's like you being like, damn, I really need to go supermarket shopping. Oh, it's okay. And your significant other's like, you see, I'm tired of taking Ubers and you're like, yeah, but we don't need a car. Joe, my friend Joe, he has a car. What do we need? Joe, can we borrow your car? We want to do some shopping. 9 out of 10 times you'll be like, yeah, go get the keys. But there's gonna be that day he's gonna be like, no.
Well, of course. Yeah.
But no.
Right.
Iran didn't want that. Iran wants to have that flexibility to say, you know what? You think you're the big dogs? Well, I'm a big dog too. Which is why a lot of people don't know this. Saddam Hussein, he made it up. Oh, I got you mess. Well, what? You want to mess with me?
Right.
He's telling Iran, you want to mess with me? I got weapons of. I dare you. I got weapons. Look what I did to the Kurds. I mustard gassed all of them. Right? You want to mess with me? I got a weapon of mass destruction that you want to tap that? Let's do it. He was just
bluffing.
He had nothing.
Right.
He had nothing. We fell for it.
Well, I mean, how much different is that from what we do? Because quite frankly, how old is our nuclear missiles? And how often do we check to see if they work? And how
yeah,
functional?
but we have.
I mean, we have them.
No. Well, I was gonna say is we got a track record.
Yeah, we're the only one that's ever used them.
Yes. You don't want to find out if they work or not.
Right. But I mean,
which is a fascinating subtopic,
and we have no like debate, or we have no like what's the word I'm looking for, to like go ahead and use our missiles. Like we use our missiles.
Oh, yeah.
We use them.
Bombing
is
But when it comes to hydrogen bombs, you'll be fascinated to know. A lot of people don't know this either. I didn't know about it either until just recently. You know what a broken arrow is?
No.
A broken arrow is a missing. As a matter of fact, grok it. What is a broken arrow?
So let's see here. A broken arrow, a U.S. military term with two primary meanings, both indicating serious emergencies, though refer to very different situations. Nuclear weapon accident, most common modern usage. In U.S. Department of Defense terminology, a broken arrow refers to an unexpected incident involving nuclear weapon, warheads, or component that does not create a risk of nuclear war. This includes an accidental launching, firing, or detonating, theft or loss of a nuclear weapon, jettisoning or damaging a nuclear device.
You know how many broken arrows we have?
32 broken arrows.
32 broken arrows.
Wow. Accidental launch, firing, detonating.
One of them just fell off a B-52.
Yeah,
it just fell off.
In 1961, Goldsboro, North Carolina, incident B-52 crash, dropping 2 hydrogen bombs. One nearly detonated. 1966, in Spain, B-52 collision, scattering 4 thermonuclear bombs over land and sea. And 1980.
The one in 1962?
61.
61. You know this whole thing that you think that people that they seen a UFO and they're sworn to secrecy. They're not gonna. Somebody's gonna talk.
Right.
The 1962 Broken Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
The pilots that happened to,
I haven't said a word.
they said you do not say a word. And a word wasn't spoken until like 1998.
Wow.
Until it was unclassified.
Wow.
Or declassified, I think is the term.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally were like, yeah, that happened. But that secret was kept.
Yeah.
And I think they say 32 broken arrows.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole drone shit that was going on in New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's another broken arrow that might have like
Potentially. So, yeah, I mean, this whole Iran thing, there's more than meets the eye.
This nuclear bomb thing is so like, I don't understand why some countries have it. Pakistan, the country that was harboring Osama bin Laden, they could have it. Why can't they have it? There's like, who decides this shit?
Right.
Who decides? I'm curious. Does Australia have nuclear bombs?
Potentially, I would think so. Let's see. I believe they might. Let's find out. No, they don't. They don't. Yeah, they don't have any nuclear weapons.
Now, what happens if they decide they want to enrich uranium? They'll be like, oh, okay.
Right.
You guys are cool in the gang.
Right.
It's mind-boggling to me. Like, who decides who can and cannot? The last person I want with a nuclear bomb is Kim Jong-un.
Right. And he got one.
And he threatens. He does the same thing that Khamenei was doing.
Right. Threatening to use them.
But they leave that alone. Imagine Donald Trump decides to like, all right, I took a Khamenei, now I'm going to go for the pudgy guy in North Korea. I think China will get involved.
Well, I don't know. The last nuclear test conducted by North Korea was in 2017.
So this is again, this is wrestling. I tell everybody this is a dog and pony show. This is Trading Places. Remember Mortimer?
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name?
I forget the other guy's name, but I remember Mortimer.
Give me. It's gonna bother me. Go to Grok and ask who was the two guys in Trading Places, Mortimer, and I forget the other dude's name. It's the perfect example of this deep state.
Randolph and Mortimer.
Let's see what happens. I'll bet you $1.
Right. That's Kaushi. That's Kaushi right there. Literally what they're doing.
I'll bet you $1 that this guy. And this is the game. I mean, I hate to be conspiratorial, but there's always, an underlying, layer that we're not aware of. The whole alien bit, this whole war bit, the Epstein bit. It's you don't know what to believe anymore. You don't know who's who anymore. Nothing shocks. This is why they're gonna disclose aliens. They're gonna be like, yeah. And then after that, You go to McDonald's, it'll be some weird dude like, oh God, this guy stinks.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
You'll be protesters, no aliens in McDonald's. I can't stand the stench.
Yeah.
And then there'll be protesters.
How dare you call me a legal alien?
Aliens
it's actually I'm the native.
Right. Aliens are people too.
And then their story is the exact same as Christopher Columbus. They didn't think there was a planet beyond. They bump into it.
Yeah.
They try to find a shortcut to their trading routes, and they bump into Earth. But yeah, like you were saying, that you can't believe anything that's going on anymore. Check out this. This is going on in New York City. Let's put this.
Unbelievable.
This is what's going on in New York City. A more dilemma pack that there's igloos.
Yeah,
igloos.
There's even garbage igloos.
Oh my God.
There was so much garbage piling up. Homeless people tunneled through the garbage, and they were sleeping within the garbage.
Wow.
Unreal.
So to shift the conversation a little bit here, I have a report that might be going into the whole Iran region, Persia, but this is coming from a favorite reporter. And now I'm going to be completely upfront here. I haven't seen this report up before, but I felt like
Our boy Greg Reese.
Our boy Greg Reese. He always has something.
Has the best. I don't know how this guy is not. Doesn't have like his own radio. Does he have his own podcast?
I'm not too sure, but he definitely has his own report.
Man, this guy is good.
All right, here we go. So it's sacrifice, manifestation, and egregores. Let's find out what he means. Okay, hold on. Let's wait for this to continue on, because unfortunately this is not YouTube. This is Rumble. Of course, there's a little bit of commercials there, so I'm going to spare you folks. So if you're listening right now, please go to paramidsup.com and check out our new shroom focused coffee. So far that we've been drinking it, how are you liking it?
I love it.
What do you think of the whole Sisyphus mascot for the brand?
I like
You like it?
I like the mess.
So check out this reporting by
And
Mr.
just briefly before we go to the report with Greg Reese, again, folks, if you're looking cast through my feed on Facebook, you're being deprived of the little clips and videos, the whole scope of the program. But if you go to the Paramid.com and you hit our YouTube feed, you'll get us live from YouTube. Please hit that like button, subscribe, please. You subscribe, all the shows are going to come right to you. Watch them at your leisure. We want to uptick our algorithm. So please like and subscribe on YouTube. And then you'll see what these videos that Pablo plays in the background. And you see both of us in the conversation. So please go to theparamid.com, hit the YouTube link, and now you're going to get all the bells and whistles as we're streaming through StreamYard. And you can see all the little nuances, the little sound bites that I play from time to time. Gave you an example of that, and that's like, so you're not hearing the coin drop because you're going through my Facebook. But again, please support us by going to paramidsup.com. Get some our delicious coffee. It is magnificent in taste. It's comparable to my Spanish coffee. It ain't this junk that you buy in the supermarket, the Maxwell House. It definitely has flavor. It's very good. And 1 cup is all you need. You'll be wired for the day. And again, if you're into supplements, we got a whole line of supplements. We take them every day. You see, this bottle is empty because we use them.
Yes.
Gummies, quick, delicious chew. You go on your day and you have your daily dose of your supplements. And lastly, if you go to the paramid.com, our supplements, our YouTube, everything is there. And we haven't been plugging our Paramid news, but there's also a little fun news site there. Anything dealing with paranormal, supernatural, aliens,
all gets fed right there.
Gets fed right through there. You go in there, you could get lost in all types of paranormal news. That's our Paramid news button. Everything you need, theparamid.com.
Here's the report by Greg Reese. Here we go. What a great report. What did you think about that?
It's interesting. It's how your Bezmenov propaganda.
Right.
You get in here, you won half the battle right there.
That's right. And we're
right
being
now,
demoralized.
Our culture is being fading and fading.
I mean, for crying out loud, we don't even know what's a woman. Right? They can't even say if a man can get pregnant in court by a doctor.
No, you know what's fading away? That's fading away, of course. You know, the fact that there's only two genders, right?
Which is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But you know what's fading away? Yes and no. That doesn't exist anymore. You cannot. It's mind-boggling. How many times I hear a radio? I'm a radio junkie. I listen to everything on the radio. Talk radio. I listen to NPR, WABC, WOR, 560. I listen to them all.
Right.
And nobody can answer a yes or no question.
Wow.
Nobody can answer it. It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. Nobody can answer that anymore.
Wow.
What the hell is going on with the society?
Yeah, I mean, it's demoralization. That's why I really believe that somehow, some way, Russia's behind all this stuff. Because they were saying that Russia collusion in 2016 with Donald Trump, but I don't believe that Donald Trump is a puppet of Putin, but more so that Putin and Russia have been demoralizing the citizens for so long that we've just naturally become puppets of Russia. Because, I mean, you have now open fascism, you have open communism, you have all these people, open socialism that is here that they wouldn't have accepted in the past, that all of a sudden is accepted now. They have all these things that are going on that it makes me believe, based on Yuri Bezmenov's statement, because everything he said and stated is actually happening right now. And with AI, it's only getting worse and worse and worse.
See, I think Russia might be a component,
and they have these bot farms that they pump out all these bits of these bots to, have people fight against each other for different concepts and different theological battles that they do. I'm wondering, how much of that is them.
And yeah, but where do you leave China?
Well, China is on the other hand. So China is not influencing our minds.
You think?
Well, I here's the way I look at it. The way I think it's being worked is that Russia is trying to manipulate our minds, while China is trying to copycat and take all of our intellectual property. Right? I think that's kind of like, the
because China has a big grudge, with the West.
Oh yeah, and them of all people are the kings of brainwashing. I mean, my gosh. I mean, the way they treat their own citizens, they walk around like on eggshells in other countries. They have to be careful.
And they have done more, in my opinion, than Russia. Because they're like everywhere, in every corner of the world. China they practically own all the expensive land here in the United States.
Right. No, and I agree with you on that. And China's a real threat, but at the same time, I think they're two totally different strategies.
And
because China's thing is more practical.
I think we're more fearful of China than we are of Russia.
Well, I think again that China's more practical and Russia is more philosophical. I think Russia is more
subliminal.
Right. They're doing things more to brainwash us, while China is doing more practical things. Like they're creating, what does it call it? Police stations, Chinese police stations in New York, and you have all these things.
But they're definitely into predictive programming. You watch all these movies, watch the credits.
Oh, and
they're the ones that are backing it.
Oh yeah, I mean they're in a lot of that stuff too. Yeah.
I
even
think
one of my
China's
favorite movies.
China's more devious in my estimation than Russia itself. I think I think Russia is China's little brother, kind of a. They're working in tandem. I definitely believe that. But China's the big dog. And China's the one that's supporting what Russia's doing.
I think it's like rugby. You know how they get to they all the teams, they get together and they're pushing the what is it called, the scrub, where they're like pushing each other in that circle. You know what I'm talking about?
I know rugby. I don't understand a fucking thing that they do. That thing that they do, I don't understand what is that about. How does that pertain to the game? Like, what is it that they're doing?
This.
Wow.
This,
two teams.
right. This is China, America, and Russia right here. This is what.
But what does that accomplish? I don't understand it. Do you understand what's going on?
Not a clue. Let's see a 1B here.
I want to see a.
Wrong. So
What?
So, well, so that's
what
what
the fuck just went on there. The ball comes out of who? The referee just releases it?
I don't know.
So what's the fucking scrum for?
So I think it's a great analogy. I think imagine the three teams, right? And they're all fighting for that ball, right? Just imagine that there's another team pushing in this direction, that being China. And wherever this ball comes from, okay, so look, this guy has the ball and he rolls it under, looks like. He must roll it under, and I'm guessing whoever is able to get that ball from under there.
But they're all locked into each other. The only guy that's free is the guy who threw the ball. Well, and he's actually from the other team. No. Go back there.
Hold on. Let's take a step into understanding. So, what is the purpose of a scrum in rugby? But that's what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning U.S., China, and Russia locked in and fighting each other.
Don't ask Grok. Ask YouTube.
Well, I'm asking Gemini. So it says here, in rugby, a scrum, short for scrummage, is more than just a physical clash. It's a tactical tool used to restart the game after a minor infringement, such as a knock-on, dropping the ball forward, or a forward pass. The purpose of a scrum changes slightly depending on which code of rugby you're watching, rugby union or rugby league. The tactical purpose is creating space. The most important strategic reason for a scrum is to isolate all the forwards in one small area of the field. By binding 12 to 16 players together in a tight pack, the rest of the field is left wide open. This gives the backs, the faster, agile players, more room to run creative plays and score tries once the ball is kicked or passed out of the back of the scrum.
That makes no sense to me at all.
Okay, so hold on. Please simplify this as if
I want to see a visual. I want to see it from YouTube. Describe what a scrum is on YouTube.
You want to see it? Well, okay, so it says here, think of a scrum like a giant friendly huddle push to get the game started again after someone makes a small mistake.
Still don't make sense.
Why do they do it? To clear the field. In a rugby, the big and strong players are called forwards. When they all climb into a scrum, they're stuck in one tiny spot. This leaves the rest of the game, rest of the grass wide open. All right, you want to see it in. All right.
Are you getting it?
Well, let's see. I think so.
Because you're talking Chinese to me right now.
Well, and that's why a lot of our politics is like Chinese to everybody else, because they're playing this scrum and nobody knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on in that. What is it called? Scrum?
So, okay, here you go. So, like, you know how when the ball goes out of bounds in soccer, they kick it back in?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That's what the scrum is for.
Or when you start a basketball game,
Uh-huh.
throw the ball up, whoever gets the ball.
Right.
But what the hell is this about?
It's the same concept.
Why?
This is ridiculous. Okay, so they put a little thing here. Lefty loosey for the loose head prop. Okay. So they do that to restart, an error. It's like again in soccer where you have that open goal kick where they
But
do
that
something
makes
wrong,
sense.
or it's like or in football where they not in football in basketball, there's a foul, so you take
That makes sense.
So this is
in football. If there's a flag, you go back,
right,
or you go forward.
So you scrum.
It's like an excuse to sniff a guy's butt.
Well, you lock yourself up into this conglomerate of human beings. You roll a ball under, and then you kick it behind, and then the person that's behind gets to pick up the ball, and all the heaviest, hitters, I guess, are stuck in that conglomerate. So it gives you the ability to, I guess, to throw the ball or move the ball or score a goal in a much easier fashion. Because
that makes sense to you.
Well, that's the sense that I'm making out of it. But yeah, we've gotten down a rabbit hole for scrum.
You are absolutely right. That's politics.
That's politics.
Because politics just don't make sense to me.
That's the United States, China, and Russia. They're doing that scrum.
That to me, you're gonna explain it to me for hours. And it still doesn't make sense to me.
Oh my God.
We'll leave it there. I don't watch rugby, neither will I be watching rugby.
Now, last week, did we discuss the J mail? I don't think
we did.
Did we?
Yes, we did. And I'm actually kind of addicted to the J mail now.
Oh yeah. So you've gotten into it and you've seen a couple of things?
Yes. I was looking into Whoopi Goldberg. And watch, we'll go to J mail.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah. Did you spell it wrong?
Let's see. Yes, indeed. We'll call via Leslie tomorrow. What are you up to these days? Are you back from Europe? Got back in science. We need you. Just got a paper accepted on autonomic responses to pain and their modulations by music in premature infants. Oh my God. Going to the annual Society for Neuroscience meeting in SD next week. I don't see anything here about Whoopi.
That's the thing. Like I would type in Whoopi and I get this thing. It got nothing to do with Whoopi.
Let me see. Control F. Whoopi. Oxford gave me a whopping $2,200 advance.
Type in Goldberg.
Okay. There's a lot of Goldberg. Dr. Goldberg.
Goldberg lunch.
Let me know what you would like us to order for lunch today. Goldberg has no dietary restrictions. I would invite Anna Parker also.
And then another one that I did was I typed in Barack Obama.
Okay. Barack Obama. Hi. Last night we confirmed a studio recording with a stunning soprano to record a new aria Fred wrote. It's early 7:30 to 9 p.m. on April 4th. F really wants to see you. So is after that too late? Want to join us somewhere to eat after? Want to come to the studio? Fred will be playing the piano for the demo. Otherwise, we could have a visit anytime you want. But if you can, the studio would be fun. And I would love to have your input in the booth. Why would they say that to Jeffrey Epstein? What the hell does he know about music? Tora and Masha might come too. It's an awesome aria sung by a vampires. It's an awesome aria sung by a vampires who looks just like better Vanessa Williams from our day. Huh. Anyway, what do you think?
Strange.
Come afterward. I have interesting people. Ehud Barak. Okay. Mandelson's Zuckerman.
And you find like these ambiguous emails.
Obama does stand up. Obama, time to roll up your sleeves. Yeah, he has a lot of Obama in here. Very
Charlie Rose. That's the guy who got thrown out of CBS for harassing women.
Charlie Rose will unfortunately be in Germany for an interview with Obama and cannot attend the dinner on Tuesday with Woody Allen,
who also was in.
Yep. Joy Ito. Another idea for Obama. Not as good as signal intelligence. The Chinese are willing to build a new collider. They will put up money and build it, but you need an American tech. If he were to call it the Obama Z Collider, his legacy will be in great science, and the project takes 15 to 30 years. Please note, the information contained in the communication is confidential and may be attorney-client privilege, may constitute inside information and is intended for the use of the addressee. It is the property of JEE. It says, good idea. Doesn't seem like Obama was that interested in hard sciences, though.
That's code. That's code.
And hard sciences. Yeah, I mean, these emails.
What is that? Well, go down. Go down. No, President Obama in PBI. What is that?
Okay. President Obama is West Palm Beach this weekend. He landed in Palm Beach last night and will stay until Monday at 3:30 p.m. is published estimated departure time. Usually when Air Force One departs, the airport closes 30 minutes prior. I will confirm the closure times for Palm Beach, so it will not affect your departure time Monday. Thanks, just heads up, Larry. So West Palm Beach International, I guess that's what PBI stands. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things here, but one of the things that I'm hearing about is how Elon Musk has been in the emails and he's got some explaining to do.
What type in Elon Musk?
So apparently, let me see here. Let's see here. Elon Musk appreciates the invitation to the ranch, but has commitments. Lunch on Monday at 1 p.m. SpaceX is confirmed. SpaceX is located about 10 minutes east of LAX. Mary Beth is Elon's assistant. That's funny, Mary Beth. Because I know of a Mary Beth from a show on Nickelodeon. Elon Musk appreciates the invitation. There's another duplicate of that.
What is that? Sultan bin.
Oh, okay. Dear Jeffrey, did you have your dinner with Elon Musk? And did you explain to him my proposal? What was his reaction? The Sultan bin Salem.
That might be a Saudi.
Well, yeah, that's definitely it's a Sultan.
Did you have dinner with Elon and you explained to him the proposal, the same thing?
Well, I asked Grok here. Let me see. So let me see if I. So I'm hearing that he is in the files consistently begging Jeffrey Epstein to party. Like there's a couple of emails that are concerning, but let me look up the keywords here.
That's chum for the lefties.
So it says here, this is Grok. So the claim you're hearing stems from the recently released Jeffrey Epstein related documents, the DOJ released, which include email exchanges between Elon Musk and Epstein around 2012 to 2013. In those emails, Musk expressed interest in visiting Epstein's private Caribbean island, Little St. James, and specifically asked questions like, what day, night will be the wildest party on your island?
That sounds like Elon.
In a November 2012 exchange while discussing travel logistics with his then wife, Tallulah Riley, in another message around Christmas 2012, he inquired about planned parties, saying he'd been working to the edge of sanity and wanted to hit the party scene and let loose. Though he noted a peaceful island stay wasn't what he was after at that moment. He wasn't looking for a peaceful island stay.
That sounds more like your like Cypher, what's his name? Cypher.
DJ After Cypher?
After Cypher's dad.
Yeah,
just a party.
I don't want a relaxing party.
No.
I want a party.
I want to go batshit crazy. I want to be hanging from the ceiling. This appears in multiple reports from outlets like The Guardian, The Washington Post, CBS News, Wired, and other covering the fire releases. Musk has long claimed he had minimal contact with Epstein, never visited the island, and refused invitations and advances from him. He has responded to these releases on X, saying the emails could be misinterpreted
to smear him,
and reiterated he never went to the island. No evidence in the release file show that Musk actually attended, but he wanted to go.
Right. The begging framing comes from headline, social media commentary. But what was the exact Okay, so let's go here and let's go to Gmail. Let's type in working to the edge of sanity. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. You're welcome to stay or just come for the day. Party, plenty of room. I will send the heli to get you. Do you have any parties planned? I've been working.
That's what he's interested. That's a constant theme with him. Is there a but? I want to go, but
am I gonna get a? Am I gonna?
I want a party, dude.
Do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of sanity this year, and so once my kids head home after Christmas, I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose. Invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite.
Fuck relaxing.
Of what I'm looking for.
You know what that's code for, right?
Oh yeah, I mean he wants no, he wants the eyes wide shut.
No, he's using, is there a party? He wants drugs.
Oh, maybe.
He wants to get wasted.
Understood. I will see you on St. Barth. The radio on my island might make Talila uncomfortable. The ratio. Oh, okay. The ratio on my island might make Talila uncomfortable.
Talila's who? His wife, right?
Yeah. Ratio is not a problem for Talila.
Yeah, you know what he means by ratio,
right?
More women than men,
right? Oh no, that's not a problem.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Between him and Jeffrey Epstein. Wow.
Open up another one.
Let's see. No, so I think we saw the last of the thread. Do you have any parties planned? I think these are all the same. Oh, understood. Do you have Yeah, these are all the same.
Interesting.
But yeah, so let's take
the key word is party.
So let's take a look at what else he
that is his focus, deep. And the ratio, like, he's not even interested in the women. He wants to party.
Right. So let's just look up want to party. See how many. Woof.
Put it on screen.
16,000 emails.
Hey, people, carajo.
Do you want to attend the party with Leslie Jeff? Robot Heart Halloween. If you can't see the images, please view the message in your browser. Countdown Jupiter. Robert Hart celebrates the 9th annual NYC Halloween fundraiser. Jup probes. What?
Jup probes. The coming event.
This coming weekend, it says.
Oh, the coming weekend.
Last few spots on the capsules available. What the hell does this mean? Last few spots on the capsules available. Captains for our intergalactic journey include what? Wait a minute. What? Let's start it again. Robert Hart Halloween. If you can't see the images, please view the image in your browser. Countdown.
What images are they talking about? Is there any images on here?
don't see any. I think these things might be.
What is that blue HTTP? That's a URL.
Okay.
Click that. Let's see where it takes you.
The event has ended. Jupiter probes.
Fascinating what these rich people do.
Yeah. Oh no, I hope I didn't lose my Gmail. I think I might have lost it. Did I? Hold on, folks. I think I might have accidentally closed out the window. But yeah, I mean, what the hell was that? That was not what I was expecting. Let me go back here. Okay, here we go. Do you want to attend the party? Here we go. So, Countdown Jupiter, Robert Hart celebrates its 9th annual Halloween fundraiser. Jump probes coming this weekend. Last few spots on the capsules available. Captains for our intergalactic journey include this. It must be. Let's see. If you put this into a browser, what comes up? Images? Nothing. So it says here Friday, Who Made Who? Hosh, Will Saw, RH Residence. Saturday, Kimball Collins, Stephen Bodsden, DJ3, B2B, Tarek Frank. Visuals by Hayden Planetarium's Master Astro Visualizer, Carter and Laser Show created by Sofiv Uditskava. Light art from Tensor and the premiere of the Light Grinder. Food options from some of New York's finest street vendors. Hidden Side Room curated by Nublu with sounds from the Love Trio and Shifty Jam Band.
As with all our events, we believe the astronauts,
the attendees and participants are the most viral part of the fun party.
Vital part of
the fun party. For that reason, Tickle, I guess tickets is what they meant to put. Tickle only be bought with an individual access code. To get your code, head to 2V Robot Heart info to connect your Facebook account and tell us more about yourself and your intentions on this intergalactic mission this weekend. Act fast. Codes do not guarantee access to tickets, and Tier 3 is complete.
Click below for a recap video of Halloween 2015 and the sneak preview. Expected Friday. Joys from Who Made Who and the Saturday's Magic from Stephen Bodzin. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I mean, hi, blank and blank. Do you want to attend this party Friday or Saturday? Blank can go Sat. Please let me know. Thanks.
Redacted.
Yeah, so that's very let's go back here. Let's go to party, I guess. Texas barbecue party. You had a big party without me? Oh man. You had a big party without me? I guess you're back on your feet throwing big parties covered by the press. Life in the desert is boring and frustrating, but I'm always making a lot of money. Love always. Blank. Interesting. High Smash.
Okay. High Smash. Very happy, y'all. Come to our party. But
But the thing is, we really want it to be just adults. I see RSVD. Oh, you reserved for 4. Did you want to bring other friends, or were you thinking?
Yo, these parties must have been epic.
And they're really bad at typing. I mean, what happened to like a spell check? Tom Brand. Good morning. How flattered am I to be invited to yours for what I know will be a party too chic for the crowd in attendance. Do I have to come dressed as a helicopter pilot or as a known world leader? If I am not your date, do I have to bring one? Excited, Tony Brand. You what, G-Max? You are, of course, my date, but you can bring another one as well. I know how much you love threesomes.
Oh.
Need a name as it is by invite only. As you know, my previous admission, if I could have you, I would never need another. But it seems as if I should bring a date. Name to follow.
Yo, this is so creepy.
I am awaiting a name so I know who to be jealous of.
This is creepy, dude.
Veronique Chevray. Who the hell is? Why did they not redact this name? Holy, is this her?
That gutter goblin?
Is that
Schmeagle? My precious.
I mean, geez, yeah. So that's with the keyword party.
And who's Tony Brand?
I have no idea. Let's look up. Who is Tony Brand? Tony Brand refers to several distinct individuals, most notably the late Western Australian architect known for concrete kiosks and school buildings.
I would put Tony Brand Epstein.
Recent searches regarding Epstein's network have focused on his connections with high-profile individuals, particularly his relationship with billionaire Les Wexner, Tony Blair. But who is Tony Brand? I don't know.
Maybe Tony Brand is turning out Tony Blair. He just
maybe. But they're saying it's a Western architect for concrete kiosks and school buildings.
But why is that? That's to Tony. Is that Tony Brand sending an email to Epstein?
Yeah. Or to, well, it looks like Tony Brand to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Interesting.
So this guy, he says, so that's G-Max. So Ghislaine Maxwell said, of course you're my date. Oh, so now it makes sense. As you know, I would if I could have you, I'd never need another. So he's trying to court the Miss Ghislaine Maxwell.
But go back to the email. I saw something that caught my eye.
Mm-hmm. To what, the back one?
Yeah. Go up a little bit.
This is
yeah. Let me see. It said no, go up a little bit.
That's as high as it goes.
Okay. It said hi. Oh yeah, that one. Hi there, friend. So sweet. I like to always include us in your Texas barbecue. What is that one about?
Texas barbecue party. As usual, there is another conflict. This year is not my brother. But believe it or not, the priest who married us and long-term friend of Rick's is turning 70, and there's a celebration for him in the city that same night. Have you ever had a party for the person that married you and mom, the priest?
No.
You ever attended that party?
I don't even know who that dude is.
Well, apparently their guy is turning 70, and there is a celebration for him in the city that same night. Rick thinks we will go in and just stay for a couple of hours and then come home. Does your party go late? We could come as a maybe and come late around 10 if folks are still hanging out and we make it back in time. Let me know. Yeah, they're very, very interesting. Super party. Thank you so much for the party last night. Was fun. I love getting the girls going, especially Lotto. Was a good time and everything was relish.
I forgot the brownies. Damn.
Oh man, the things that this party boat Thursday, we have your office party boat party this Thursday. Your office party boat party this Thursday. What time and where do I need to be?
Yo, this guy was having a blast.
Oh man, so many parties. Beautiful people. How did the party go? Love, mom. But there's these parties and all that other stuff. But before we get too into the weeds with the J mail, one thing that's been coming up is that he's been involved with a baby factory. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, he was actually on the little blurbs I've read and heard on the internet. Something with getting women pregnant and almost having them to term and then removing the baby.
So let's see. Let's see.
Ooh, chunky. That's a blast from the past.
I can't believe that we bumped into an email of them saying that there's space on the capsules left on an intergalactic. What if that's how Donald Trump knows that there's aliens? Through Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe that was the reason why they broke up their relationship. Jeffrey Epstein, Zorro Ranch. So there's a lot of reports going around about this baby factory. So it says here, the term baby factory in reports about Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch refers to allegations and documented plans tied to Epstein's interest in eugenics and transhumanism. It is a sensual label popularized in media coverage, online discussions, and recent Epstein file releases, often describing a supposed scheme to use the ranch for breeding or impregnating women to propagate what he viewed as superior genetics, primarily his own DNA. In 2019, New York Times investigation revealed Epstein's confided to scientists, business associates, and others starting in early 2000s that he wanted to impregnate multiple women, up to 20 at a time, at his Zorro Ranch. The goal was to seed the human race with his DNA. Inspired by fringe ideas like genetic engineering and defunct sperm bank called Repository for Germinal Choice, which aimed for genius offspring. No concrete evidence shows that this plan was ever implemented or it resulted in births. It remained talked about fantasy among his elite circles. linked to his broader fascination with improving humanity through selective breeding.
Now, can you imagine? Let's say I was a billionaire
Mhm.
and I have my circle of people and I say something like that. People be like, what in heaven's name are you talking about?
Right. To seed the world
with his DNA.
With his DNA. It's a crazy thought. But I saw something recently. This is the New York Post. Okay, but they're not specifically talking about the baby factory. Let me just see here.
Because they also want to excavate the property. Because they think there might be some bodies in there.
Yeah. And you heard that, he ordered like 300 gallons of like
sulfuric
acid, which
no, that boggles the mind. Anybody who orders that amount of sulfuric acid, what else could they be using that for?
Well, apparently there's some kind of usage for like
septic systems, maybe
for like desalination. That's what what Joe
desalination.
Rogan, yeah, something to do with desalination
of what?
Like salt water, like the ocean. Like it helps with.
But he's in New Mexico.
Well, no, that 300 gallons of sulfuric acid was in the Little St. James Island.
Oh, not in the Zorro Ranch.
Not in the Zorro Ranch, right?
Okay, so is that something common that people that live in islands use?
I mean, not 300 gallons worth, but common enough, I guess. But I don't know. I
desalination of what? The water?
Yeah.
And what? And once that water is desalinated, what do you use the water for?
I guess for your normal drinking tap. I guess I'm
you could drink tap water that's been desalinated with sulfuric acid.
Well, let's ask. So
that sounds kind of strange.
sulfuric acid. Okay, so let's see here. It's thinking something about reverse osmosis. As it's starting to think here. It has something to do with reverse osmosis. But as it's thinking here, I found the video that
Mhm.
now, if we were to stop it right there, doesn't that align very closely to the UFO story? Because you have the Nordics, who are the Aryans, the original Aryans,
which was what Hitler was trying to.
right? And um, and they're what do? They abduct, they run experiments, they probe,
Right.
right? Isn't that what Jeffrey Epstein is doing at this Zorro Ranch? Right?
Sure seems like it.
He's abducting women, he's probing them, you know. Um, it seems very eerily similar. And if you look at Jeffrey Epstein, and I told you he was an alien, I think a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that makes sense." You know,
He definitely has those weird features to him.
especially it's funny because if you look at old pictures of Jeffrey Epstein, he looks really alien. But the new pictures, he looks more normal. Have you noticed that?
When he has his hair is a little longer, right?
Like if you look at Jeffrey Epstein laughing with Trump, right? Let's see. Images. Let's see. I mean, look at this picture. Let's see if we can.
No, you should type in Epstein college years.
Or no, like specifically when he's laughing, he has like his teeth is totally different. Let me see.
See, that's the one I was thinking when he had his hair long.
Which one?
On top. See him right there?
Oh, here? I mean, that one too, but there's a couple of times where I've looked at him. Like here, he looks like a normal, but there's moments where you look at him. Let me see if I can find any that he looks really different. And the one
look at him right there.
This him?
Yeah.
My God, look at him.
He looks like he was part of that movie Lost Boys or something.
I was gonna say, what's that one that my sister loves? The one with this guy, the guy that played Darkness from Legend. What's his name?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. What's that movie that he does that they do a live action version of it sometimes? You know which one I'm talking about. My sister loves going to these things. Tony Rocky Horror. Rocky.
Yeah, the Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. He belongs on the Rocky Horror Show with this look. But I don't know. There's some pictures, specifically the ones with Trump, where he's laughing and smiling with Trump. He looks totally weird. I can't find him now, but yeah, I mean, is it possible that Jeffrey Epstein is an alien? Could that be possible?
I mean, at this point where we're at now, anything is possible.
Okay, so let me see.
We're running in the weeds here. We're hour 3.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see. We'll ask this final question. Is Jeffrey Epstein an alien? Let's see. Okay. So it says here, check this out. So Grok says no hard evidence says yes, but the wild world of 2026 conspiracy lore fueled by the fresh Epstein file drops, UFO disclosure buzz, and overlapping elite scandals. Plenty of people online are running with exactly that idea. The remix of the classic David Icke style theories, shape-shifting reptilians controlling the world via bloodlines and elite networks, applied directly to Epstein. The core alien Epstein threads floating around. Reptilian shapeshifter claims some fringe posts and videos claim a survivor or witness saw Epstein turn into a reptilian creature or even exhibit non-human traits. You know why I think of this? Because Melinda Gates, she says, and a lot of people that have been in close proximity to Jeffrey Epstein have said that he's evil personified based of being around or meeting him.
He's a dragon.
What if he's a reptilian shapeshifter, and what they're sensing is not so much of what his actions are, but the other things that reptilians, other things that they might be putting out into the ether, like, like sensory overload. It could be,
It says this ties into Ike's long-standing narrative that global elites, especially those in finance, politics, and blackmail ops like Epstein, are interdimensional reptilian hybrids feeding off human energy, especially from children. Hence the trafficking
obsession.
The trafficking obsession. Recent files releases have amplified this. Articles from outlets like People's World, Counterpunch, and Middle East Monitor literally title pieces "The Other Lizard People," why the Epstein files are shattering global theory, arguing the documented elite impunity makes the literal lizard people idea feel less absurd to some.
Energy loose harvesting angle. A Reddit thread from early 2026 pulled an alleged email excerpt from the files discussing why pedophilia is an all-pervading among elites, claiming non-human entities possess them and feed on children's prepubescent energy, a loosh. This gets spun as proof of alien demonic overlords using Epstein's network as a farm, which is another concept that a lot of UFO people have been toying around. Like, reason why they don't want to disclose aliens is because if we find out that we're just a farm
and we're food for them,
it would break our minds.
UFO alien tech overlaps. Epstein's documented interest in eugenics, transhumanism, anti-gravity tech, and Atlantis myths get twisted into he was reverse engineering alien stuff, a part of MJ-12 Zodiac programs to fake, disrupt ET contact, Project Bluebeam, PSYOPs. Sometimes this Zorro Ranch baby factory plans as hybrid breeding experiments. Podcast and post speculate he was an outsider scrambling for power in hidden ET related circles, not a core insider.
Timing with the UFO disclosure, the Epstein file drop coincides with Obama saying aliens are real, but not hidden in Area 51. Trump ordering a declassification of a UFO UAP. What if they're hidden at Zorro Ranch?
Conspiracy corners see this as distraction. They're dumping alien files to bury Epstein or vice versa. Some claim Epstein's blackmail empire was cover for alien human hybrid ops or soul harvesting cults linked to ancient gods, Moloch, Baal, etc., which is getting big traction. This thing with Moloch and Baal. Supposedly, there was a whole bunch of stuff in that Zorro Ranch on Moloch and Baal.
Oh, yeah. So far, of course, Grok got counteracted with the reptilian stuff is pure David Icke derived folklore. But what if David Icke is onto something? What if he is telling the truth? I don't know, but I think it's a very interesting topic. And like you said, he's a Rosetta Stone. He is plugged into everything. And whether, it be his close relation to the MBS in Saudi Arabia or his closeness to all the elites or his, because apparently, trafficking women was just a small thing that he was doing amongst the other things, he was doing gambling, winning lottos and all that stuff. He was doing, getting people to meet certain people. Or, I mean, why in the hell did this guy Bill Gates
I don't think he did an ounce of gambling. That was just a cover.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like rigged gambling.
Yeah, rigged gambling.
By the way, who I found out is also kind of thrown in rigged gambling, along with remember how we talked about the NBA and how they were doing some rigged gambling and stuff like that?
Right.
Well, apparently Tobey Maguire is somebody that is thrown into that mix, running an illegal poker ring. Did you know that?
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yep. The things you find out that gets what they make is not enough, huh?
Well, apparently not. Poker, and apparently they made a whole movie on it too. There was a whole movie made on it. So it says here, Tobey Maguire has long been linked to high stakes underground poker games in Hollywood during the mid 2000s, which were often described as illegal under California law because they involved unlicensed gambling for money. It says here, the phrase illegal poker empire comes from the sensationalized headlines, books, podcasts, and viral videos that portray Maguire as a central figure or even a mastermind behind these exclusive games. Here's the breakdown. The games themselves, they were invitation only, no limit Texas Hold'em sessions with massive buy-ins, often $100,000 plus per night, and pots reaching up to millions. Regular players reportedly included Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and others like Alex Rodriguez and Pete Sampras. Stakes.
Wow, that's a lively bunch.
Stakes were nosebleed level. Winning $20K could feel like losing. The most famous version is detailed in Molly Bloom's memoir, Molly's Game. Yeah, that's a movie called Molly's Game, which got turned into a movie in 2017. Bloom started as a hostess organizer for these games.
I saw that movie, and then she ended up like making her own games in a hotel and all that stuff.
Yeah, that supposedly was based on Tobey Maguire's empire.
Wow.
Yeah, because it says here she faced federal charges running an illegal gambling operation. In her book and interview, she describes Maguire, anonymized as Toby, or inspiring the villainous player X, played by Michael Cera in the movie. So Michael Cera, if you saw the movie, was Tobey Maguire. He's one of the best and toughest players, a frequent participant who allegedly made millions, and the worst loser and tipper. He's very controlling and demanding, and is tied with a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, so even the people that we like in Hollywood, they're
all in those muddy waters.
They're all in the muddy waters, and I think it's time to get to a quick session of AM PM. You think we got a quick session in us?
It's hour 3.
It's hour 3.
Maybe one apiece.
One apiece. All right, so it's time to go into AM PM game show. We never really have enough time, do we?
Welcome to the AM PM game show, where Pablo and Anesto Morado attempt to determine what is going on in a video found online. Using only their ears and their third eye, the host will make a guess on what is going on. If the host gets guesses correctly, they receive $20,000 of a fiat currency that no longer exists. So what do you say, folks? Shall we play a game?
Radio is theater of the mind. Radio is theater of the mind. But radio is theater of the mind. It's imagination. It's imagination. Radio is theater of the mind.
What is going on in this clip? Any ideas?
None. Give it to me one more time.
All right, here we go. What is going on in this clip?
I'm sorry. Can you just play it one more time? Because the music is throwing me off. Okay, I got it.
Okay, what is it?
He has an above ground pool.
Uh-huh.
He is opening it for the summer.
Uh-huh.
Maybe takes the cover off, and the pool breaks and all the water comes out.
Wow, your pineal gland is working.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Well, that shroom focus has really got you.
Yeah.
It's got you working on all cylinders today, huh? All right. So is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
All right. Hold on. All right, here we go. Let's put this up on screen. Wow, that's shroom focus. Don't sleep on the shroom focus, folks. Take a look.
Yeah. Play it again from the beginning. Oh man. Man, I feel for him.
Look at him sitting down, contemplating life.
I got that right.
I'm telling you, that shroom focus has got you locked in.
I fucking did it.
So you get yourself a correct answer.
So now is my turn.
But really quickly, before you go and play yours, if what FAT, what does that spell?
Taff.
No, seriously. What is FAT? What does that spell?
Fat.
Okay, and HER.
Her.
Okay, and if you put them together, what do you get?
Father.
Okay. Well, apparently this guy didn't get the memo. So really quickly, I just wanted to share this because this is a father and son podcast here. So I wanted to share this here with you. Share this screen. Here we go. Hold on. Why is it? Here we go. Kenny. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, I figured it would be a nice little video to share.
Man.
All right. So do you got something for me?
All right, let's see.
FAT. Well, at least if anybody has anything to say about you, you're not this man.
You ready?
You got the joke. You got it real quick.
Here we go.
Why are you gonna meet a 13-year-old boy? This man was trying to meet a 13-year-old boy for sex. Gonna meet a 13-year-old. Why are you gonna meet a 13-year-old boy? This man was trying to meet a 13-year-old boy for sex. Gonna meet a 13-year-old. Why are you gonna meet a 13-year-old boy? This man was trying to meet a 13-year-old boy for sex.
So my pineal gland.
Gonna meet a 13-year-old.
So here's what I envision. A guy is a predator is trying to meet up with what he thinks is a youngin, but it turns out it's one of these setups, and it seems to me that he slaps him. He slaps him in the and he goes, "This guy."
Wow, your pineal gland. Do you have an environment where this guy might be?
It sounds to me he's like in a skate park. He's like in some kind of skate park. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah.
Damn. Your pineal gland is like,
oh man, here we go.
You're right on point.
And I guess that's my final answer there.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
You never know with these things. You never
That's
know.
your final answer.
That's my final answer.
Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put it up on screen.
All right.
Let's see.
And then with that, we'll go into the ultimate ohm.
Ready?
Yeah. All right.
Yo, boy. This man shot at me, the 13-year-old boy, for sex. Why are you gonna be a 13-year-old boy? This man shot at me, the 13-year-old
Oh
boy.
my God. I was off on the
Why are you gonna be a
skateboard.
13-year-old boy? This man shot at me, the 13-year-old boy, for sex.
Wow.
He got cold busted.
Why are you gonna be a 13-year-old boy?
Right there, Corey.
This man shot at me, the 13-year-old boy, for sex.
Well, I guess I get a partial.
Why are you gonna be a 13-year-old boy?
But where do you think he's going? Like, he's like, let me get out of here.
Unbelievable.
Bastard.
Yeah, like what? I don't understand where these people get the notion that this is something that they could do.
You got a partial. You got a partial.
I got a partial. All right.
But just give me one more.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, this one is actually kind of fascinating. You ready?
Yeah.
My channel up?
Is that an avalanche? I get an avalanche from that sound.
You want to hear it one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
What do you think?
I see two things: either an avalanche or some kind of space or aircraft of some kind, something flying through space. Or
your pineal gland is working. I would stick with your second answer.
It must be some kind of rocket then. That's what. Yeah, it must be some kind of rocket launch.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Play it one more time.
You're getting somewhere. You definitely are.
A meteorite. The meteorite hitting Earth or something like that.
Your pineal gland is working.
I guess I'll leave it at that.
Definitely is working.
I'll say that's my final answer. A meteorite hitting Earth.
Okay, I'm going to preface this with we're under the misconception that space is completely silent. Are you of that notion?
A lot of people, yeah. I would have thought that it's because there's no air in space.
Well, it's been proven that that is a misnomer. There is sound in space, and I'm going to share my screen.
Interesting.
You see it on screen?
I think so. Hold on. Yep. Interesting. So
This is an actual sound recorded from the Cassini. Let me play it again. Spacecraft. So space is not actually silent.
Interesting.
Planets emit sounds, and they've proven that Saturn, Jupiter, they all emit these sounds. And when you're up in space,
what does Earth sound like?
That is a good question. And for the next show,
I wonder what that sounds like. Interesting.
So
Very
space is
interesting.
not actually silent.
Wow.
Contrary to popular belief.
Wow. And with that, it is time to go to our final segment, the ultimate Ohm.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Here we go.
Right, hold on. Let me get
Turn off the light. Take a deep breath and
I'd like to finish
relax.
with ohms. This is not a cult or religion. It's just ohms. Okay, we're gonna relax our breath. This is meditation pose, lotus pose, whatever you want to call it. Don't be afraid of your own voice. You're in your house, make some sound. No one cares. You're basically massaging the central nervous system, which trust.
Made it, folks, to the ultimate Ohm, where we purge our souls, our minds, and all the negative energies. Start preparing for the week ahead. Hope you liked this week's show. A lot of stuff to unpack. We learned a couple of things about how the deep state controls us, about crazy stuff, about what's going on in Jeffrey Epstein, the aliens, and all that. If you want to know more, have more topics, please go to the Paramid.com. Find us, like us, DM us, subscribe, get those stories out there. Put those stories out there. If you're liking us, if you're watching, thank you. Start our segment off. All right, so I want to dedicate this ultimate home to all the people in the Middle East who are under attack right now, all the neighboring countries of Iran and Israel. This prayer goes out to you, to your loved ones. Stay safe. And hope for peace in the Middle East. Cliche. Right now, we've entered into a conflict. Lord, protect all our soldiers, protect all our humans that have nothing to do with this conflict. Protect all innocent people, children, even their little pets that have nothing to do or totally innocent of this conflict. So with the ultimate home, we do this prayer every single ending of the show. This is to expunge everything that's negative, all negative frequency, all everything negative energy, all that bad stuff that we take into social media, through the news, even through that person who sees you and acts like he doesn't know you, he or she doesn't know you. You feel like, damn, what did I do to that person? And extract all that negativity. Wow. Good and good frequency, positive thoughts, abundance, love, and above all, family. So again, this prayer goes out to the people in the Middle East and hope that everything resolves. We start off with this little prayer. Holy Father,
Fill me with the divine light of positivity. Grant me the strength to radiate love and joy in all that I do. Guide me to attract positive energy and repel any negativity. May your presence uplift my spirit and bring hope to those around me. Take a deep breath and om. Exhale. Positive, positive. Again, may the Lord protect all the innocents in the Middle East. They have nothing to do with it. And we're just expunging the evil, allowing goodness to go into that area. Folks, this is Anesto and Morado. Remember, if the infinite, if the universe, if the universe, then so are possibilities. And also, remember, paranormal is all around us. We just have to be close. Coming soon. We got to give this little heads up. I think we're gonna have an interview coming pretty soon. I met a demonologist.
A demonologist.
Yeah, interesting. He's thinking about it, and he might come on our show.
Oh, fantastic. And I have a lot of people clamoring to be on the show as well. A lot of people that are just enthusiasts that are looking to be on the show as well.
Well, you're welcome.
So with that being said, we appreciate all those that like, subscribe, participate, and keep your mind open, folks. You never know what's going on in the world, especially in this day and age with AI and everything else. Keep your head on a swivel. Be prepared, and we hope that the future looks bright.
Remember, folks, go to our link page, theparamid.com. We have a news page. We have our YouTube page. Please subscribe, like, help our algorithm. You also remember we have coffee now. Our coffee's back. You can get this at paramidsup.com. Not only can you get coffee, you can also get our supplements, Paramid supplements, all on paramidsup.com. And we even got a pretty cool swag hoodie that you can rock in these cold, wintry days. Please support the show, get some supplements, get your coffee, and until next Sunday, peace.
There's a reason education sucks. It's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. Never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice.